Hello, team. Hello, Miss Brown. Welcome to week 5 of your online learning experience. We're back again to give you some updates for the week of April 20th to the 24th, and we have some very important updates, so please watch through the entirety of this video. Reminders for week 5, as always, even though it's not here, you guys rock. You're doing an amazing job. Keep up the great work that everybody is doing. We are amazed just how far we've come and the way that you're able to handle this. So these reminders are important. Remember to take a deep breath. Always breathe deeply when you're getting that feeling like you're a little bit overwhelmed. Take a deep breath. It helps.
And also remember to take some stretch breaks from screens. Know that that's really important for our own well-being along with our students. So stretch, take screen breaks, and step away from work for a little bit.
And remember to have patience and grace. We are new at this, even though it's 5 weeks. 5 weeks is not that long to be doing something so big in such a short period of time. So remember to have patience, have grace with each other, with our team members, having patience and grace with our students who are new to this adventure, and of course, having patience and grace with ourselves. Remember that we're not experts in this. We're trying our best, and so be patient.
And also with patience and grace, it's always good to have flexibility and adaptability. One thing that I read recently is that we're not working from home. We're working during a global pandemic. And so it's not work as usual. We're trying to maintain some sort of normalcy during this time, but it's not normal. We are working during a time that's not normal. So keep that in mind. You're not working from home. You're working during a global pandemic. Also, I don't know about you, but I have definitely found myself having a lot of trouble focusing recently. I haven't been able to focus on reading for pleasure or movies or playing games, which is very odd because I love all those things. So you may also be experiencing those things and having trouble not focusing. And if we as adults are having trouble focusing, think about our students. So have some flexibility and adaptability with our own selves, with our own focus, and with our students' ability right now.
So that kind of leads into the next topic, which is homework and online learning. As Ms. Brown mentioned, a lot of us are having a hard time staying focused on tasks at hand as we're trying to multitask. We're getting so many different messages in different places that oftentimes we're feeling overwhelmed. So the goal this week, and as we continue to move onward into this online learning adventure, is trying to make schoolwork during school time only for student and teacher well-being. So that means trying to limit the amount of schoolwork that students have to work on so that they can complete it during the scheduled time while they're connected on school. That way, at 2:20, when the school day ends, we want to try to have as little amount of work as possible for our students. And I think individually as teachers, try to make it so there are days where students have nothing that they have to do for your class once the class time is over. I've been hearing from teachers as well that the amount of grading and assessments that they have to look at is overwhelming, and so they're getting a little bit behind on that. So thinking about that as well and reducing the amount of feedback that you're having to give to students could be a benefit for us as adults as well.
And with that, some strategies that we have for you to try out. Performatives, maybe a short mini practice that you can give feedback pretty quickly, like during the class time. Either they post on Teams and you can quickly give them feedback, or you can give them a call. Short mini practices for formative. You can still give them the learning activities that they need, but they're short and they're quickly given. You're quick to give feedback. Summatives give class time to work on longer projects. It's okay that if every other class that the students come to your class is a work class, that is okay. We want to make sure that they have the time in class to get some work done. And of course, you're there to give feedback, give direction, give support for the students, but give that time during class to work on the longer projects.
Also, looking at the lessons and really being conscientious about the time that you're spending on different tasks during class time. So starting off with some short and concise instructions at the beginning of the lesson. So trying to limit the amount of teacher talk time at the beginning and maximizing the amount of time that students have to work. So really focusing and reflecting on how much time is spent giving instructions and how much time our students have to work during the scheduled time. And obviously important is starting on time. So if you can get off to a good start, starting class on time really helps maximize the time that we have.
It's also a really good strategy to call students during class time, and don't wait for them to call you, because sometimes students, and I know some teachers, have a little bit of phone anxiety and they don't want to call. But if you call them and you reach out to them, you'll probably find out a lot more about how they're doing, what help they really need on the projects or the activities they're doing in class. And it's just a good way to check in with them. So use that, call them. You can do it in small groups or one-on-one, or mix it up, do both. But to call them to get to check in with them. And then, of course, it's always good to review and compact the curriculum. Mr. Holman and I understand that during this time, we will not cover the content that we would normally at school. We will not get through all the content, and that's okay. Right now, we're really working on skills, content, and our own well-being. So we need to make sure that it's okay if we don't get through the content. We'll get through it next time, next year. We're doing the best we can right now. So compact the curriculum if you need to, limit the length and the quantity of formatives, and make sure that you are really thinking about the end goal. What are the summatives that you need to have in order to have summatively assessed each strand twice?
And if you are noticing that you have some larger projects scheduled and you're going to have a hard time really reducing or eliminating the homework for students, reach out to me or to Ms. Brown. We understand that there are certain big projects that are going on with students in different classrooms. So reach out to us if you're having a hard time of reducing the amount of work that students have to do outside of class. But really, we want to make an effort in the best interests of you guys as teachers and our students to really limit the amount of work that has to be completed outside of the regularly scheduled school day. Obviously, our moonshot goal there would be, to have classes where students don't have to do work outside of the regularly scheduled school day. Days where students at 2:20 and teachers as well can just disconnect completely, go outside, play with their dog, kick the soccer ball around, read a book, do something completely unrelated to school. Nella and Student Life have been sharing a lot of information with us about mental health and some of the challenges that are starting to come about because of this new online learning environment. And there's growing concern about the long-lasting impact that this can have on our emotional well-being. So we really want to make a concerted effort to mix things up a little bit, reduce the workload for our students, reduce the workload for the teachers, so that way we don't have any sort of issues further on down the line with mental health. But thank you guys, everybody, for your support with this initiative. So this week's schedule, we mentioned reducing the workload for teachers. So on Tuesday and Thursday, there are no meetings. You can decide how you want to use that time, whatever is most pressing for you. You decide what you want to do on Tuesday and Thursday after school.
And then also we have an activity for this week, very similar to the activity we had at the end of our full faculty meeting. where last week where we asked you to choose a strategy and try it out in your class, and then post some feedback on that strategy, how it went on our middle school teachers team. And so we're going to have an activity for you this week. Also will be posted on Teams, and you can reply to it starting Monday morning. The activity is how can you reduce or possibly even eliminate homework in your class, and practicing that strategy. And if the strategy doesn't work, just like I said before, that doesn't mean it's not a good strategy. It just doesn't work for that class or for the content that you're covering or the skills that you're covering. Please post it and let us know how it went, how it worked and how it went, so that we can build a good repertoire of strategies that we can share and continue to collaborate as a team.
This week's schedule, also sent in the middle school announcements. Go ahead and take a screenshot if you want, but we'll send you a PDF version of that starting with B7-8 on Monday. Want to update everybody that we have a MYP consultation visit. This is going to be a virtual consultation visit for May 18th and May 19th.
So our consultant, Over Gonzalez, will be popping into our classes via Teams. So he may be popping into your class, seeing what's going on, reading your stream on Teams to see what entry tickets, exit tickets, any kind of interaction you have with your students during that time or in the past. So he'll be in on Teams. He will also be looking at all of the evidence that we have compiled this year with our units, our subject overviews, our ATL vertical alignment, our assessments, everything that we've done to help implement the MYP this year. He's going to be looking at it. So we're going to be working with that and compiling it and giving it to him soon. So be excited about our MYP virtual consultation visit. So fun times for this week. This is for teachers and students. So what I want you to do is I want you to share a picture of your favorite distance teaching and learning outfit. You can either send the picture to me or Mr. Holman or post it on Instagram. If you have a teacher Instagram account that you'd like to use where students can follow you also, post it on Instagram. Please use the hashtags, hashtag Lincoln Middle School Rocks, and tag at Lincoln Middle School Rocks in the picture. And as always, thank you so much for everything you do. You are amazing. You are definitely essential to this, to Lincoln School, to this program, to the middle school. Thank you so much. Keep up the great work. You are really, really, really appreciated, and we really hope that you have a great week.
I miss each and every one of you. I miss being able to talk to you. I miss being able to see you guys. I am extremely proud to be the principal of the middle school right now because it is the feedback we're getting is amazing. The students are raving about the teachers that we have, and the work you guys doing is truly, truly admirable. Keep up the great work, and I mean, just keep rocking it. Middle school rocks. So keep it up, and virtual fist bump to the team, and we'll see you guys this week.